Welcome to episode, what is this, 102?
102.
Of the Stache Club Wrestling Podcast, folks. How are we?
Hello,
Thank you for
hello.
being here. Good to be back.
Good to be back. Like always, like every week.
I was excited to kind of come into this podcast being like, sorry, everyone, the podcast is going to be late today because for those that don't know,
Breaking news.
Tyler, the Creator, announced a secret show in literally a few hours from now, and I didn't get tickets. I was waiting. If you watch the video that comes out this weekend, you'll see me on my phone for half the time.
Priorities.
So, but good news for everyone out there, the podcast is going to come out at a regular time.
Luckily for everyone else, he did not get tickets.
Exactly.
The podcast will come out at normal time. Hey, you got to try.
You know?
How often does he come by Boston for a secret show? You know what I mean? You gotta
at least once a month.
At least once, at least.
And then I went to like I said, I've kind of off my. It's been a weird. Halloween's been going on for 2
happy
weeks.
Halloween, everyone.
Right. Today is Halloween.
Happy Spooky Day, everyone. Yeah.
Which it's been.
We should have dressed up for this.
It hasn't. Like I said, it's been Halloween for 2 weeks. Today's not Halloween.
Yeah,
today's not even Halloween.
Taylor said Happy Halloween to me this morning. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I thought it was Halloween 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I feel like it's been Halloween every day for the last few weeks. So
I also folks, I'm a little sleepy. This is kind of the podcast like giving excuses and like whatever. First of all, this is going to be our Crown Jewel episode. Yes. This is our Crown Jewel predictions episode.
Honestly kind of forgot that it came up quick, Crown Jewel this weekend.
Yeah, it's Saturday at 1 p.m., which is nice at 1. Yeah, it's at 1 p.m.
Okay. Early event.
So I went to the I missed Dynamite. I was at the Claro concert.
Shout out Claro.
Oh, it was
great.
So I mean, usually this is like we can talk more about it on the Patreon, but like we don't. Sometimes I feel like we leave out some style. I like chit chat.
Sometimes you have to bring out the other stuff too.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to always be strictly wrestling.
The Claro show was good.
Yeah,
dude, it was. I'll tell you.
Was that a last minute thing, or did you have tickets for that?
No, I knew. Yeah, that one I was kind of planning on it. I'm wearing my Claro shirt.
Oh hell yeah!
I got charmed at the Claro tour.
Love it.
Has like the shit in the back.
Oh, that's cool. I love shirts like that kind of have like the tour dates behind them and stuff like that on the back.
I'll tell you this though, perfect fit. I'm nervous to watch. I'm probably not gonna. I'm not like a hang dry guy. If I buy a T-shirt, I'm drying it.
Yeah.
But this is if I don't know if there's much shrinkage.
Sometimes I feel the same way about sweatshirts. If it's like perfectly oversized, I'm like I don't even want it to shrink a little bit, so I'll hang it up to dry.
I went last night, so obviously it was the night before Halloween, and also Claro's whole band, they were all in costume.
That's cool.
Claro was Wednesday Addams. So in my head, I'm like, also it's a Claro show, so it's like some fun, chill people sort of crowd. So I'm like, everyone's gonna be dressed up. So I texted my friends.
Did you dress up?
I did dress up for the Claro show. I went as Max Goof from a Goofy movie.
Oh,
the kid.
That's funny. That's fine.
And my friend met like two different groups of people met each other there. So I got a text from my friend who like got there earlier, and he was like, "Hey, I'm in line now. I'm not seeing any costumes." And I was like, "No." So I was like, there was some costumes, but I was like, I thought it was gonna be like a Halloween party. I don't know why I thought that.
No, I mean October 30th. I don't blame you for thinking that. So
between that and the Tyler tickets, I'm all turned around.
Hey, you can relax now.
I know. Now I can chill. Now we can just talk some wrestling. Crown Jewel.
Chill out.
But yeah, like I said, we are doing our Crown Jewel 2024 predictions. We have 7 total bonus points. Ooh, could you do me a favor and grab the predictions championship? I will be defending it, like I said, this Saturday, 1 p.m. Thank you. Good catch. Everyone said good catch.
Good catch in the chat.
Whole chat.
Good catch in the chat.
And then, all right, yeah. I guess without further ado, I feel like
jump
I've kind of
some predictions.
Yeah, I feel like I've been kind of just yapping. It's if you couldn't tell, chill vibes episode.
Chill vibe.
Yeah,
my leg is up. Coffee's half empty. Let's get this going.
All right, we're gonna start with. Honestly, it's like we had this conversation a few weeks ago about like Crown Jewel and like the Saudi shows being like a
glorified house show.
Yes. This is a pretty stacked card.
Since the last episode, first of all, Triple H broke the 5 match streak.
Yes, he did.
Shout out to him for that. I mean, I guess, crown jewel that they're paying so much money for this.
This is as big as WrestleMania.
They're probably like, hey, Hunter, first rule, more than 5 matches.
Something you made note of before we started recording. Obviously, this week's SmackDown is pre-recorded, so there's results that already came out, and there's, I think, 1 or 2 matches. There's at least one match that got announced at the end of SmackDown. But like, so we're gonna talk about it. It's the first match we're gonna talk about, but like, it's like, I don't know if you really care about not getting SmackDown spoiled for the crown jewel. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless, just to put that out there, we're touching on stuff that happened on SmackDown that, you know, whatever. All right, without further ado, Jesus Christ. OG Bloodline versus the Bloodline. Those are the 2 names they're going with.
Yep. Dude, this is the most unpredictable card that they've had in a while.
This is very unpredictable.
Every match that I have down here, I genuinely believe that it could go any way.
Yeah,
whether it's
I
a multi-person
didn't want to give
match
anything a 7
or 1v. I didn't want to give anything higher than a 5. To be honest with you, this is my 1-pointer.
I'm bold. This is my 6.
Oh my god!
And I have a bold prediction.
I mean, I do too. I guess. So that's why I have 1.
We'll kind of go through it. What led us here?
Okay.
Usos did reunite on Raw.
They did.
I thought that was so good.
Yeah, I thought it was a great segment. I thought it was a really cool moment. I am like, so obviously they announced the match at the end of Raw and stuff like that. They put it all on social media. I was very confused because I didn't watch Raw on Monday because the Celtics were on. And obviously the show is 8 to 10, but from 10 to 11, they were posting so much stuff on their social media, like backstage video stuff, that I was wait, is it still on right now? So they announced the Bloodline match, whatever. I'm kind of surprised, not surprised, like it's going to be a cool match, but like, I thought that they would kind of stretch out the whole like them reuniting type of thing. Like Jay and Jimmy kind of came back a little quicker than I would imagine. I'm fine with it, but they did come back together a little quick than I would have thought.
I don't disagree.
And especially just like, I don't know, like it's a 4-year story, like, and to think that they reunited, they forgave each other after a week. To me, it's kind of like, okay, they kind of, but again, they wanted to have this match, so be it.
That's the criticism I've also been seeing. Is just like and Jay even mentioned it, like they just fought at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And that's 6 months ago, but like this is their first time interacting since then. So,
and I like the, you know, family over everything. I like, you know, to the core, the biggest reason they're reuniting is to take down Solo.
Right.
Jay, during their little promo on Raw, was even like, you know, you're my brother, and da-da-da. But he was still kind of hesitant of like, but still, like I forget what he said exactly, but there was a little hesitation of just like,
like things we still need to work on and stuff.
And
he was also like, we're going to be equals and stuff. Like, we are the Usos. Like,
when he
Jay,
was like,
you're Jimmy.
When
they know who we are now.
They don't get us confused anymore.
Yeah.
They know who Jay is. They know who Jimmy is. So good.
That got me fired up.
And then that leads it. Now this is it might play into this match. We did get a lot of Sami Zayn stuff.
Yeah.
So we got the Sami Zayn stuff backstage.
And then talking to Jay, and then he was talking to Solo, and they caught him.
And again, Sami was very playing like he's the realistic guy. He's kind of saying what we were saying of like, hey, he screwed you over this time and da-da-da. And Jay was just the one that was like, you wouldn't get it.
You're not family. You're not blood.
Oh,
I was like, that. Why did that hurt me?
That was crazy.
Why did that hurt me in the heart, bro?
And then we see him later chatting with Solo at the car.
Wrong place, wrong time, Sammy. Yeah. So obviously, I mean, from what we've kind of been predicting and kind of what everyone's been kind of seeming or kind of looking towards is we're gonna get the full Bloodline reunion. Sami Zayn's is gonna take a little longer than the other guys, but yeah, it seems like that's the direction we're going down. But all right, the
actual match.
I am choosing, again, this is my 1-pointer.
Okay,
I'm choosing Bloodline 2.0. The reason why I have the Bloodline 2.0 is because I do believe they're going to have a War Games match, and I think that's going to be where the original OG Bloodline gets their payback, whatever. I think Roman's going to get pinned this match. I think Solo's going to pin Roman this match. Either Jacob or Solo, I think, will pin Roman, because I think by doing that, you kind of show, like, he lost at Mania, so it's like, you know, he's not unbeatable. He's not unbreakable.
Didn't Solo pin Roman in a tag match? I thought wouldn't this be the second pin for Solo?
No, because they had the tag match at Bad Blood, but they won that match, Roman and Cody. I don't think Solo's pinned him.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know why I thought that. Oh, maybe I'm thinking Jay pinned Roman.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Maybe the tag team match there. But yeah, I think it's just like, and again, like Solo is like, they put him in a position that he wasn't ready for. And it was kind of like, this isn't working. But as the last month or so has gone on, I've liked his character development more. He's kind of more natural, more personality and shit. And I think him pinning Roman, I think that gives him another step up of like legitimacy and shit like that. It's like if this storyline is going to further continue, give Solo that win because it makes him more legitimate, and we'll see what happens next. But it's bold, but I have Bloodline 2.0 winning because of Solo.
I thought I was being bold for 6 points. I also have the Bloodline winning, not the OG Bloodline.
Bloodline
2.0.
Yeah. Okay.
For similar reasoning, I mean, if the OG Bloodline just beats Bloodline 2.0 out the gate in this tag match, then it's like,
what else is there?
We did it.
Yeah,
we conquered it.
We beat them, guys.
I mean, there's gonna be so much like stuff. Like, well, I don't know. Sammy doesn't usually go to Saudi, does he? So Sammy,
he was there last.
Oh, he was there.
He was there last year. They're fine now.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll go over there now. But I don't know if he'll be involved on Saturday.
So there could be Sammy involvement.
Right, there could be. Yeah.
Well, I mean, The Rock involvement.
I forget that he showed up at Bad Blood.
Right. Yeah.
He showed up at the end of the show. No one's even mentioned him since he's come back. So yeah, he's lurking in the chat. There's
also one of the Tongas. Isn't going to be in the match. So he's going to be lurking.
Yeah, Tonga Loa.
Who knows? They could bring in Zilla at this point. Or
who knows? Yeah, I mean
it's not going to be clean.
We're setting up the big War Games match in a month. So something will happen. Something big will happen.
And I agree. That's when you're going to get your big victory from the good guys.
I think a Saudi show like this, I mean, that's when Jay pinned Roman in that tag team match at Saudi. So I feel like this is a place where you can let the bad guys get the win here, give them that big win, and then everything else. There's still plenty of story to be told. So many different directions they can go down. So
does this main event?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah. If
over Gunther Cody?
Since they main evented Bad Blood, the tag team match, I'm kind of convinced that they're going to convince this too. If it's not this, I would say it's Gunther Cody, but it's
another situation where like if we see them start the show, then it's like, okay, no Rock.
Yeah.
It's another one of those situations.
For sure. But yeah, all right, Bloodline 2.0.
Yeah, I also have Bloodline 2.0. Okay. All right, we'll move on. The 4-way women's tag team title match. The champions Jade and Bianca versus Damage Control versus Meta-Four versus Green and Niven. This is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
I could see it. I mean, I could see everything here. We got Jade and Bianca.
They also just won it back. Really,
they just won it back. Damage Control has been this close.
Yeah,
Damage Control feels next up.
Their fingertips are on the belts.
Meta-Four are the new hungry women.
They've been getting a lot of TV time.
A lot of TV time. Bringing those titles. Like, I mean, NXT has been on fire.
Their women's division is
especially
insane
the women's division. So like
giving them those belts,
putting more fuel on a fire that's already huge would just be like, fuck it. So like they got the belts. Yep. Now there's tag team belts on NXT. You can get like a Damage Control, or I mean, we already see like Piper and Chelsea on NXT. Yep. So it's like. I don't think that'd be crazy. And like, just give it to the young kind of up and comers, or Green and Niven would also just be like a very fun, just like they get the. I mean, they're like the sneaky heels. They get the sneaky win. They can bring it on NXT. Chelsea is kind of like the one lurking the shadows on NXT right now. There's so much here. I'll just jump in. I got 3 points.
Me too.
I'll tell you this. This is how I booked. If you want to call it booked or predictions, whatever. I started going a little what I want, as opposed to whatever.
As you should.
So with that said,
these are your predictions.
For 3 points, I got Damage Control taking the titles. I got Damage Control. I think because they've been so close. They've done like all the tag matches on television. Metaphors helped, distracted here and there, and different people have gotten the win. I just think they're dancing around it, and Damage Control's gonna get the win. And everyone in this discussion is gonna stay in the hunt. You know what I mean? It's like Damage Control win it, that'll lead to Damage Control versus Metaphor or whatever. And I think they could use it. I think they could really use the titles. Well, that's where I'm at.
You explained why I chose the team that I did for me already. I'm going Meta 4.
Damage Control.
I'm going Meta Damage Control 4.
Yep.
You said
That's a fun pick.
You said it. I mean, the NXT Women's Division is head and shoulders above the next best Women's Division, whether it's AEW or Raw. It doesn't matter. They're head and shoulders better than the next one. And Meta 4 has been getting a ton of TV time. And you put the tag team belts on this. You said it like that's just putting gasoline on a burning fire already. Yeah. So I like that. It would be I think this would be an upset win because obviously they're the younger team and stuff like that. I'm honestly was between because Bianca and Jade just won it, so it's like that part of me makes me think that they can win it.
But these are titles that can get
exactly. So that's why I'm like they lost them to Alba Fire and I don't know what
Isla
Dawn, which was I know it was like hometown and stuff. It was shocking, but like after they lost it there, I'm like, okay, so these can, they're not unbeatable either. And then I actually like Chelsea and Piper because I think that's like a deserving team. I think they'd have a solid reign of like just being getting cheeky wins, cheeky heels, whatever. But
any of these 4 teams can win it, and I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, I think any 4 of them has a good case to win, but I'm gonna go for the fun win. I'm going to say Metaphor.
Yeah. I like that pick a lot. Speaking of NXT, I'm sure we'll talk about, like I said, we're going to, the whole show is going to be crown jewel predictions. We'll kind of see where we're at. But speaking of the NXT women's division, coming off of NXT, we also have Halloween Havoc. We have some
unbelievable
stuff to discuss.
Week for NXT.
To close, I forget if it closed the show, but all the women, like the big, we got the return of Jordan Grace. We had Zarya on the show, and
Julia.
Then with the stand-in, you get Julia and Stephanie making the run in. You got Kaylani Jordan, who's the one that beat Kalani Jordan?
Oh, the 3. Oh fuck!
Fatal. It's Fatal Influence.
Yeah. What's
But the new North American.
Oh,
champion.
Why can't I think? Hanley something.
Fuck.
Oh man, I have the name. North American.
I was just looking up the same thing. North American.
I think it's Fallon Henley. That's what. Fallon Henley. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yes, that's what the name is. I couldn't. But yeah. So there's gonna be a 10 woman tag team match next week. I'm usually not a huge fan of like big person matches like that because it's like, oh, how much ring time are these people are these wrestlers gonna get?
But this is
a different feel to it. I feel like this is going to be they're going to put them on for the last 30, 40 minutes of the show and just let them cook.
Also, now I'm just bouncing around NXT here, but RVD is back. RVD is back
next week. They have it's going to be Lola and Jada Parker in a Extreme Rules match, I think, with Dawn Marie as a special guest referee. A little throwback there. Look at this card.
This team over here. Jordan Grace, Julia, Zarya, Stephanie, and Kalani.
That's all-star right there. That's all.
And then over there, you got Roxanne, Cora.
Yeah, that's some all-star shit right there.
And they're doing this in the 2300 arena. I forgot about that. Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Yeah, next week's NXT is going to be wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, NXT Women's Division on fire right now.
It's unreal. Oh, and they're doing a hardcore match with special guest referee Dawn Marie.
Just why not?
Wow. Oh yeah.
And they did announce the tag team match.
So we're losing the plot here. We gotta do predictions. But I came in of like, oh, we're only gonna talk NXT this week.
NXT is on a fucking. They have been on a roll for a few years now, but they are on a roll.
I'll tell you this: we got flamed. This is like months ago for not knowing. Tatum Paxley was the wager answer for like a quiz, and both of us were like, maybe more so me admittedly, but I was like, who the fuck's Tatum Paxley? And then obviously I've been paying more attention to NXT over the past, I'd say 2 to 3 months. And the coffin match with Tatum Paxley and
Was
Wendy.
Wendy, yes.
Bro, I'll tell you this. I'm a Tatum Paxley fan.
She's dope.
I think
dope.
she's awesome. Dude.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely was unfamiliar with her as well, with you there. But yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing. It's like we just named off like those 10 women, but then we have people like that, like Wendy Chu, like the Jada Parkers. Like there's at least Sol Ruka. There's like 20 women in that division that are like very good at least.
I think I was pronouncing Kaylani.
I think it's Kalani.
Kalani.
Yeah.
I'm sure I wasn't pronouncing that wrong.
No, that's what I think. That's how I've been pronouncing it. So
okay,
all right.
We got, like I said, I could really just go up at NXT.
Yeah,
but,
we could.
All right. So we got remember who you had? Metaphor for 3 points. All right, we'll move on. United States Championship match. LA Knight, the champion, versus Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade.
Before we get into this match, I just want to say, sacrificing the fucking 7th match to set up this triple threat is so dumb.
That, I'll tell you this,
so dumb.
I've had my LA Knight criticisms in the past, and I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been like really hot on him and really not. This made LA Knight look like a loser.
It did, yeah, for
he
sure.
Looked like a loser.
Like cost the match, and then he got up and was like, "I'm the champ." Blah 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 blah. I'm always gonna be the champ. Whatever it was.
So lame.
It seemed like a heel.
That too.
Like a heel thing, which like I don't know. We spent the last 2 months essentially building up Carmelo Andrade, having these banger matches. As soon as they announced LA Knight was going to be the special guest referee, I fucking knew it was going to be a no finish or or whatever the hell.
I'll tell you this: every single 6 one of these matches has been better than every single LA Knight matches that he's had on the main roster. You know what I mean?
They're both better wrestlers in the ring than LA Knight. That's for damn sure. I'm not.
And they
arguing with you.
And they. Like you said, they sacrificed the 7th match just to do this. I didn't like that.
And it makes him look bad. Obviously, that's not LA. It's not LA Knight's decision to be doing that, but it does make him look bad. So that's annoying. They didn't have to do all that just to get this match. They could have gone a different way, but we're here.
We knew we were going to get the triple threat anyway.
Exactly. So I don't know why we had to do that. So all right, this is my 7-pointer.
Whoa!
When I tell you, I didn't know where to put my numbers.
This is my 2.
I didn't know where to put my numbers.
I'm with you.
You did give Bloodline 6, right?
Yep.
That was my 1. Yeah, we're all over the place.
I'm at 2.
I'm picking LA Knight. I would love it if either Carmelo or Andrade won, because I think they both are deserving. And like I'm seeing how Braun Breaker is getting treated on Raw, and I'm like, Carmelo Hayes, like it would be kind of sick, and he came with the US belt. I still think we're early into the LA Knight reign, and like we were I know it's like I'm not gonna get on the whole like long reign versus short reign debacle back and forth, but like we've been waiting so long for LA Knight to win a championship, and it's like I feel like he's a guy that's gonna have at least like a few more months left.
And his reign's been enjoyable.
His reign has been good. Besides this whole thing, like his reign has been fine.
Agreed.
And I still think it's going. I mentioned the whole heel thing earlier. I don't know if that's like what they're attempting to do, but like
I don't think so. I think it was just a weird
I don't
decision.
think so, but I can see a world where like maybe this is leaning into like LA Knight doing some shit to get the win here.
He'd be a great heel. I mean, we know he's a great heel, but like seeing this now current iteration of LA Knight as a heel, I think I'd be for it.
So again, this is my most confident, but at the same time, I'm not confident in it. I think right now it makes the most sense for LA Knight to retain, so that's why I'm going with him.
Like I said, part of my booking or part of my predictions was a little bit fantasy
of
booking.
What you want.
And we're coming off of the best of 7, and I think one of these men deserves to be rewarded and to come out of this best of 7, even though now is a 3rd person added, now is a championship added. I think we're still going to get a result here of the best of 7.
Okay.
I don't think it's Carmelo Hayes' time yet.
Okay.
You know who deserves it is Andrade.
He definitely does. I'm
going Andrade for 2 points.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, he's been back on the main roster since the Rumble. That's when he came back. I think he was off for a few months or whatever. I don't think he really started to come back until post-Mania, but he's spectacular in the ring. Like, I mean, he genuinely is one of the best that they have. He's a vet, but he can go with anyone. He definitely is deserving of a championship reign and a bigger spotlight, because it took him a while to kind of get. I think this best of 7 definitely got him, the crowd back behind him and everything, but I would love to see them push him a little bit more.
That's kind of, and I don't. That's like to what you said. And that's kind of like all I have is like is like, yeah. I think it's time. He's never.
He was the U.S. champ.
He was the U.S. champ. Wasn't that
back in 2020? Yeah, back in the pandemic.
But yeah, I like this feels like a rejuvenation of his career. I feel like he's always been one of these guys talked about like, oh, he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. They don't use him. Like he's always been the same conversations like a Malachi Black and like, you know, these.
Yeah, because it was when he went to AEW, it was like kind of the same thing, and he didn't really get showcased.
It's
like,
crazy that I forget he was in AEW all the time. It's crazy.
He was there for a while. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to Andrade. I think it'd be a nice change. It'd be refreshing. And,
I like
it. That's where we're going.
What was that? 2 points for you?
2-pointer. All right, next. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens.
Another match.
Straight up grudge match. I need to put my 7 somewhere. This is my 7.
This is my 6.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
I'm going Kevin Owens.
I'm also going to go Kevin Owens.
Strictly just to Randy doesn't need the win. There's so much momentum with Kevin with this current run he's in and this current heel turn. I think a Randy win would halt the momentum. There's no reason for Randy to win. There's all reason in the world for Kevin to win. Plows through Randy. Maybe moves on to a world title match with Cody. I do think we talk about this every single week, but like we are going to get Randy versus Cody eventually. This doesn't need to be the match that propels that. And like I said, Kevin has all the momentum in the world. Why stop it? I don't think they're gonna. Kevin Owens. Boom.
Yeah. I feel like I don't have to kind of repeat what you just said, but it's crazy how he has all this momentum, but he also hasn't been on TV in a few weeks and stuff. It's just the story behind it is so strong. Triple H's inclusion into this and kind of giving Randy the match reluctantly, I think gives it a bigger feel as well. I think Kevin Owens is gonna. I don't know if this will be a quote unquote squash match, but I do think this will be a beatdown. I can imagine that they'd run an angle where he like targets his back, Randy's back, and like tries to like actually hurt him because Triple H has been like, I'm trying to protect you from him.
So I'm glad you mentioned that because part of this story, part of this match being made on SmackDown, you know, Triple H or Randy Orton coming out, which I loved like the little backstage of Randy just being like, he was like, you couldn't hear what he was saying, but talking to Hunter, going out, called him out, hearing Triple H's theme is always great.
Time to play the game.
And just fucking, he's at that dude. He was like
he got tickets
behind commentary, right?
They sent him tickets to it. I
dude's
admittedly,
awesome.
I follow him on TikTok and everything.
Yeah,
I always get his memes on Twitter. That's fucking great.
Shout out him.
Shout out Mark. He was at I don't know if he was or he's going to be at Beyond Wrestling.
I was going to say he's at
performing live.
Yeah. I was going to say
I need to make it there when
I think it's time. Tonight.
I think that's
tonight's show. Yeah.
I love. I'm so good for him. That's awesome. All right. Anyways, I loved how they've just done this, like getting Triple H involved, and again, like kind of. Like Kevin Owens has always been Triple H's guy. Like he brought him into NXT and stuff. He's kind of been like under his wing and everything.
I mean, he gave him the championship.
Universal championship years ago. So I think, and you said with the character, like this next year, 2025 for Kevin Owens is going to be the best we've ever seen of Kevin Owens in WWE. I think
just re-signed too.
Yeah, I think that there was something there with him re-signing. It's just, I've said this before, but this is the Drew McIntyre of SmackDown. Like just this like justified heel thing. Like he has his reasons for turning on Cody. They're keeping him off the show. It's pissing him off, and he's gonna go back to his evil Kevin Owens, but like justified. So I'm amped, dude. I think this is gonna be a crazy run. It'll be a good match too. I think
it put Kevin Owens over so much during that promo where like Randy he's like. What are you protecting, Kevin? And Triple H being like, no, Randy, I'm protecting you. Mm-hmm. This is a Kevin Owens we haven't seen. He's gonna kill you, and Randy wants it. So like
he looks at the crowd like you asked for it.
Yeah, to what you were saying about it's not gonna be a squash match, but I think we are gonna see this like vicious Kevin Owens. We're seeing the prize fighter come back, and I think, like you said, there's gonna be some brutal. Just like he's gonna try to injure Randy,
and you know what I can see too is I could see Randy Orton getting like a DQ win here. Like maybe Kevin just snaps.
That could be it.
That could happen.
So that's like that happens,
right?
Which it's something we don't take into consideration as much, but like it's something that happens, and like someone will get DQ'd, and like the other person will get the points. Like technically, so and so.
It definitely doesn't happen as much on pay-per-views as it does like regular shows, but it could happen.
Yeah,
it could happen.
All right, Bullet Kevin Owens. How many points do you have?
6.
6-7. Wow. All right, Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed.
Bronson freaking Reed.
I know you share the same sentiment, but I don't know why this isn't like a Falls Count Anywhere or an Extreme Rules or whatever.
Especially after this past Raw when they're fucking chasing each other around the arena and outside all
Seth
night.
hits the stomp on the car. Bronson Reed throws a trash can at him.
In what way does Adam Pearce not come out of the woodworks and be like, you guys want to fight out here? You got it. Yeah. Falls Count Anywhere. Like that's it's perfect.
And
it makes too much sense.
Honestly, like this, I just thought of this now. I like that it's on Crown Jewel, sure, whatever. Would have honestly rather of this been a main event of Raw,
Monday Night Raw,
and be a backstage brawl. Like when's the last time we got a proper backstage brawl with like a pinfall in the parking lot? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that could still very well happen coming out of this match.
I don't think this will be the only match that they have, in my opinion. I think that there'll definitely be a few more after this, at least one more. But
we got a winner. What's your point? Sorry. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
This is my 4-pointer.
It's my 5.
I have Bronson Reed.
I got Seth Rollins. It's a toss up. I don't really
This is a toss. It's a coin toss. I think I'm picking Bronson because it's kind of the same thing we said for Randy. Kevin, Seth doesn't need the win. I know he's just coming back and stuff like that. He's been kind of coming back for the last 3 months, I feel like. Just keeps returning. But Bronson Reed, I mean, you're doing all of this to give him all this momentum and make him look like a big monster. And this is why I said they're going to have more. Give Bronson Reed the first one. If you have a second one, maybe give Seth that one, and if you have a what do you call it, a rubber match, best of 3 or whatever, then maybe that's to stipulate. I can see them having another match at Survivor Series or something like that. I can see them doing the Monday Night Raw thing, or Survivor Series, or both. So I think that Bronson Reed, whether this is one or done or there's more, Bronson Reed should get this because he's the up and comer in this case, and he needs the momentum more than Seth. So that's why I'm going Bronson.
Yeah, I don't disagree with any of that. I think it's part of the reason I chose Seth because I definitely agree they're gonna have another one. So I could have very well have chosen Bronson Reed for this, and then Seth's gonna win the next one. I think Seth. I don't know. I also do just go back to while I definitely agree Bronson Reed needs the momentum. I mean, he was on fire when he first took out Seth, and I don't think they capitalized on that as much as they should have.
They definitely tried their best, but they could have done better.
His feud with Braun Strowman was a lot of fun. That I was pretty at the start of it. I was pretty what's the
reluctant
word? Not reluctant, but just not as hyped on it. And they proved me wrong, which was great. At the end of the day, though, part of my pick's it's also Seth Rollins. Yeah, and Seth Rollins is the guy. Yeah. So I think this is and it all, if they're gonna keep going, I could see Bronson Reed. But if this is the match, I could see that they built up Bronson to get Seth the win, and that elevates Seth kind of back to the position he was in. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eventually, I mean, we're getting Seth Punk eventually,
right?
So does this mean Seth wins and we lead into Seth Punk?
Potentially.
Punk even said he wasn't. I mean, we know he's not gonna be on Crown Jewel. I think he's. I don't know if we'll see him. The week after, or whatever. But I don't know. As a lot up in the air. But I for 5 points, it's more confident than I would like it to be. Seth.
Yeah, 4 for Bronson for me.
I kind of got distracted, but I think there's. I don't know what's kayfabe and what's not, but rumor is that there's a Rhea injury.
Yeah, I don't know. What do they say? It's a face injury or something like that?
Face or head, or orbital
fracture. Yeah, apparently she does have an injury, but I don't know if that's what the actual injury is, because that was what they did on NXT.
Right. Which again, back talking about NXT, that was fucking great.
Rhea being there, the shit kicked out of her. Yeah, that was great.
This says via PW Insider, Rhea does have an injury beyond the ongoing story. Nothing confirmed. Even Rhea. So like Rhea could be out for a little bit.
Well, hopefully it's just something minor, or like they're kind of. I mean, they ran the angle last night. I'm assuming to write her off for however long they have to, but.
29 minutes ago from Wrestle Ops, it says, the belief among those spoken to is that Rhea Ripley's injury likely happened in a headbutt spot when she confronted Liv Morgan and Raquel on the 21st October episode of WWE Raw.
So maybe it was an maybe it was an actual orbital fracture.
Interesting. Because she tweeted out.
That could happen. Yeah.
She tweeted out an X-ray. I don't know if you saw that.
Was that the one that they? Oh guy? Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, could be from...
I mean, if she definitely not, I won't say botched headbutt, but if she actually hit her with her head like that, that's enough. That can do it for sure.
It's crazy.
It's enough.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'd be curious to see where that. Like I said, I just kind of saw it pop up on Wrestle Ops.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I mean, I think maybe it likens the chance of this feud just being stretched out more. That's what that means. I think.
Weird. Whoa! Like I said, I didn't. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But fucking Bobby Lashley on AEW
showed up last night.
Like I said, I didn't watch AEW. I was too busy singing the encore of Juna.
Swerve Shelton Benjamin kick ass match.
This is crazy.
Insane match. And then
I'm gonna run that back later tonight.
Yeah, it was. So he beat Shelton, and then MVP gets on the phone. And then it was actually fun. I think.
Guess who's back in business? That's crazy.
They kind of messed it up. They didn't mess it up, but like at first, so Swerve is standing there in the middle of the ring, right? All of a sudden, for a split second, all the lights go out and come back on, and they're like, "Wait." The announcer's like, "Wait, what just happened? Like, is that House of Black or something?" and then all of a sudden, because the lights were supposed to dim everywhere in the arena except for the ring, but they did everything by accident. So funny. They waited like 5-10 seconds. They were like, everyone's just like, what the fuck? Because when the lights went black, everyone went nuts, and they came back and they're like, what the fuck? And then Bobby came out. It was pretty funny.
Is this what theme song is he? Is it a cool theme song?
It sounds similar to his WWE one, honestly. It was kind of funny though, because he came out and did like his arm thing.
Oh yeah.
And when he did it, he held it, and I was like expecting there to be like pyro, and there was nothing. He's just like standing there. I'm like, is there going to be pyro? And he just kept walking. I'm like, all right, I guess not.
At least it didn't bend over and slap his butt.
No, didn't do that. But yeah, Bobby Lashley is
wild. That's crazy.
AEW. Yeah, we can save that for
that is
Patreon.
That is breaking news to me. Like I said, I'm kind of catching up with things in real time here. Also, Liv Morgan is on Impulsive.
I saw some clips that she was on this week. Yeah,
I bet you that's wild.
She was talking about her arrest.
Really?
When she got busted for like weed or something in Florida. Apparently the officer said there. I don't know if it was a female officer.
Oh, I saw the.
She was like, "You're gonna go viral for that." She goes, "Oh, that's a good mugshot. You're gonna go viral for that." It's like, what the fuck? Why do you say that to someone?
It says Liv Morgan confirmed she signed a new 5-year contract with WWE via Impulsive.
Wow.
That's the only reason why I brought it up.
Well, congratulations to Liv.
Anyway,
all right.
Like I said, I'm all
speaking of Liv,
I'm all over the place. But yeah, speaking of Liv, I guess that was kind of a nice transition. Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax, and I'll remind you of the Tiffany Stratton cash in.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
If you elect that she's gonna cash in, you make your prediction for the match regardless. Like if the
right,
because there still could be a winner, a disqualification, whatever. But if she cashes in general, and Tiffany does walk out, does she have to win? Yeah, I guess she has to win.
Yeah.
You get a +3 points of whatever your confidence points were.
Okay.
But if you get it wrong, if you're like, yes, she is cashing in, and you get it wrong, you get no points. Like you don't get your confidence points, you don't get anything.
Fuck it. I'm riding. I'm in.
Little cash in.
I'm cashing in.
Woo! I think I also. I don't know. You talk, and then I don't know.
I genuinely, my interest levels for this match aren't the highest, to be completely honest with you. Like they're doing all like the cross promotional stuff, and like they're getting involved in like each other's stories and stuff, which is cool. But like I don't know, I'm just not super bought into this match really as much as the other one, I guess, the champion versus champion. But for the sake of, I guess I'll say I think Tiffany will cash in. So for the sake of that, I think she's going to screw Nia, which causes Liv to win. And then Tiffany will cash in. So I
had pretty similar thinking.
I have Liv for 5.
Whoa, okay.
I get this. I had nowhere else to put these confidence points, so I gave them to Liv, and I think she needs the win more, I guess. Like, Nia's been a great champ. I actually don't like necessarily want her to lose.
It's been solid.
But like, I don't know. I feel like if there's a cash in, like this whole champion versus champion, Tiffany's been saying how she's gonna cash in on Liv or whatever. I think it could be a swerve, and like she just does it to Nia instead.
I don't think it's ran its. We're getting close to this whole Tiffany and Nia buddy thing really running its course. I thought Tiffany was going to cash it in for the past 2 pay-per-views. So I think my gut does say a Tiffany cash in. It really does.
I also could just see Nia winning and they continue. I'm not
and they tease.
I'm not bored of it yet. I don't think it's ran its course quite yet. I do think that we're like maybe in the second half of it for sure. Like I think that there isn't too much time left.
A Tiffany cash-in will rejuvenate the whole,
Big time.
All right, I'm going for 1 point. I'm going Liv Morgan wins. And I had a very similar thinking where I think there will be some shenanigans and a disqualification and whatever.
I mean, Dom's going to be there.
Right.
So,
and who knows what, Judgment Day as a whole could get involved. We don't know. So I think with that said, there's a lot stacked up for Liv. Liv winning. Tiffany cashing, huh?
Yeah, what are you thinking there?
When I was like doing this, I was like, because like with my decisions, right? And again, it is Crown Jewel, but I have, Bloodline 2.0 winning. I got new champs with Damage Control. I got new champ with Andrade.
Yep.
There's like, so if I have all that and then adding on a new champ Tiffany cash-in, there's a lot that happens on this show.
A lot for a house show.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot for a house show.
That's why I'm hesitant to like stack on another title. Are there going to be 3 title changes?
Should.
You know what I mean?
I think you should.
I'm talking myself into it. I think I'll meet you there. Because it's like, what other
What do you have
opportunity?
to lose? It's 1 point for you. What do you have to lose?
That's the thing.
You get it right, you get 4 points. You get it wrong, you get nothing.
What and like what? Obviously, we can't predict the future. But when else are you gonna cash in? Like what other opportunity?
Survivor Series.
But like I can't even.
But no,
I can't see the situation. Like what's Nia's next feud? You know what I mean? Like the only other thing I can see is that it would be unlike Tiffany. But they do the cash in just like I'm cashing in. We're gonna have a straight up match. Like Tiffany is a sneaky cash in.
I don't think
that's what I'm saying. That. So I don't know what other opportunities are gonna be. I'll go Liv Morgan for 1 point. Tiffany cash in. Stack on the 3.
All right.
That's where we're at.
Let's rock and roll.
All right.
I hate how I have 8 potential points on the line for that match.
But
the one that I said I was the least hyped about.
But that's the swing.
That's the swing. That's the momentum right there.
All right. Final match. Gunther versus Cody Rhodes, champion versus champion. We talked about this in the past couple weeks. It took me some persuading, but I think we're on the same page. There's also, reports have said that Goldberg's not going to be there. Who knows? He's
going to show up in the hoodie, and they're going to be like, "Is that Nuso? Is that Samoan? No, it's Goldberg."
I have 4 points for this.
Okay. I have 2.
Okay. You have a stronger feeling of this than I do, I believe. So go ahead.
I chose Gunther to win. I like the ways that both of them can win is so similar in the sense of like Gunther can win because Cody gets distracted by Kevin. Cody can win because Gunther gets distracted by Goldberg. Like they both have their own kind of things going on, even though Goldberg isn't on TV or anything like that. He is looming around in the shadows. So it's kind of being like, which one do you think is more likely to happen if that's the case? In that case, I lean more towards Kevin costing Cody. Kevin's on the show already, so we know he's going to be there. And also just from... Like, I get Cody's the guy. He beat Roman. Like, he's the WWE champion. Does all the interviews, on television shows. Good Morning America. Great. Kissing babies, shaking hands. But, like, Gunther is the wrestling champ. Like, that World Heavyweight Championship is, like, they've been working hard to, like, elevate it and make it at the levels of the WWE Championship. Well, you have it in the right hands. You have it in the right hands right now to do that. And also... by having him beat the WWE champion, I think that does wonders to not only Gunther but the belt itself. And like Cody losing is like, that's tough, but like that's what happens when you set this matchup. Someone's gonna lose, and
that's why I don't love a champion versus champion.
And like,
you don't get much from it, but you just, someone has to lose.
Exactly.
You don't get anything from it.
And like,
you know
I think it would be weirder for me to see Gunther eat a pin because he's only been pinned once on the main roster to Sammy, and Cody's like, yeah, again, he beat Roman and stuff, but he's been pinned in the past. He got pinned the night before by The Rock. So I mean, like, you know, he's beatable. They're both beatable, but I think it just makes more sense for Gunther to stay unbeaten as the champ and keep going with the momentum than Cody. But I can see them giving it to Cody because he's Cody in the WWE champ. Like, I don't know. I'm going Gunther, but it's a coin. It's a coin toss.
If you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said Cody.
Yeah.
But we've talked for a couple weeks. Even last week, I said the side I was on. I'm going Gunther, 4 points.
Yeah.
Not to reiterate what you said, I'm not going to really say anything new, but I do agree that there's more story and more likelihood for interference to cause a Cody loss and for that to, like, hinder Cody less.
Right.
Than, like, realistically, who is there really that's going to run in and cause a Gunther loss? Like, there's no real story.
Right.
Like you said, Gunther's like the wrestler's wrestler. He's when I think of Gunther, I just think less shenanigans. So
he's a heel, but he's clean. Like he still fights like a fighting champion. Doesn't need help or nothing like that.
So I guess. Yeah, I don't know, and I don't. It's interesting to think. Like, is it going to be Kevin? Because Kevin will already have the match. If he wins, could it even be Randy?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, like,
I don't know what's going to happen.
The only person that can run it on Gunther is Goldberg, but I don't think that's likely to happen. Like, comparing it to Kevin, like, I don't think it's
Cody losing for some reason. I think this is kind of what you already said, just in different words. But Cody losing to Gunther doesn't hurt Cody as much as Gunther losing to Cody.
Yeah,
Gunther,
I get behind that.
I don't know why that is, but Gunther losing to Cody feels like it's gonna hurt him a lot.
Well, I think they've just put so much stock into him and so much like effort into making this him like, yeah, he lost to Sammy, but he truly is like he feels like a final boss, like an unbeatable, no one can get past him. So I feel like you kind of you weaken that a little bit. I'm not saying you destroy it, but you weaken it a bit by having him lose to Cody. And I get it, he's a world champ too, but it just Cody Rhodes defeats Gunther sounds weirder to me than Gunther defeats Cody Rhodes. So that's kind of where I base it off of.
It's also like if Cody beats Gunther clean, it makes Cody like this fucking he's Goku Super Saiyan 100.
He doesn't need it.
You know what I mean?
But he doesn't need that.
Doesn't need it. He doesn't need it, but it's all they're putting themselves in the box where he is just God.
I will say, if he does beat Gunther in a clean way, I'll be like, shit. All right, this guy ain't losing the belt for another year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Gunther, but again, it's like it's unpredictable. The whole show is unpredictable. Bravo to WWE, but
it's even interesting because Cody is pretty removed, which I like at this point how removed they are, which we are going to circle back eventually. But he's removed from the bloodline stuff,
right?
We think, but
The Rock
I like
shows
the idea.
up.
I mean, that's the
not
thing.
for Roman, for Cody.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. But I like that. At least in my head, I like that he was in the tag match. Roman helped him. They got the win there.
Yes. And he's
he's letting Roman and the family is getting back together. He's letting them do their thing, figure their shit out, and he'll circle back. So it's like, unless it's something crazy like The Rock, I don't even see too much bloodline stuff.
The Rock comes back twice in one night. Yeah. Everyone goes crazy when he comes out for Cody. 20 minutes later, comes out again for Roman. We thought he left. We thought he left.
Acts like it's like his first time. He'll still do the same, like music hits and looking around.
That's the neck thing.
That's the goosebumps. Him doing that so funny.
I love it. Where he what's that? He goes, oh, fuck I fucking love that. Are you fucking kidding me or something like that? It's so good. Oh, he drinks the tequila. Goes, God damn, that shit's good. Or what?
Isn't it like his tequila?
It's his tequila. God damn, that's good shit.
All right, those are our predictions.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what your predictions are as well. Who you're siding with here. We have different. We definitely.
I think it'll shape
have
up,
some different picks, and the points are all over the place too. So
it'll be an interesting one.
If there's a tie, then that'll be crazy.
Yeah, I don't think. Like I said, there are like bonus points we could have done. Again, shout out the Discord, which this shout is. You guys. Did not do any plugs at the beginning of this. I was too busy talking about Claro, but a couple plugs to end the show, and then we have a couple. That's kind of the end of the show. Plugs. Patreon.com/Stache Club Wrestling. This is today's free episode. So if you want this episode and future main episodes ad-free, plus a weekly bonus episode where we answer questions and topics. We talk non-wrestling stuff. We talk movies. Head over there, patreon.com/Stache Club Wrestling for $5.99 a month. And you get the whole archive too. It's crazy.
Wow.
And you get first access to like merch discounts and like merch announcements and blah blah.
Hell yeah.
What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, and then just the Discord in general. If you join the Patreon, you automatically get added into the Discord. You can also become a member, get into the Discord. The reason I'm plugging that is because the Discord, it's self-regulated and they do predictions, so you can face like I think there's like 100 or so people in there. Ooh. So you get to like do predictions with other wrestling fans in the community and blah blah blah. I thought there was something else I had, but I guess not. We got a lot to talk about in the Patreon. Like I said, I kind of wanted this. This is kind of just a condensed predictions podcast episode.
Yeah, something. It's a chill episode, like we
chill
said
episode.
Earlier, so chilling out. Vibing.
We're all sleepy. It's Halloween for some reason.
It's spooky out there.
So yeah, let us know. Let us know if you're anything for Halloween.
Yeah,
or send us like I think we even did this last year.
Tweet us some pictures
if you got some wrestling Halloween costumes, or let us know if you're going. And that's the show. Thank you guys I thank you as always for being here. Stay tuned in all week. We got a bunch of stuff coming out. My GM Bros is on a weird schedule right now. And blame Claro. It's not my fault. It's Claro's fault.
Blame Claro.
Right, we'll get out of here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Oh, listen on Spotify. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
Listen on Spotify
Audio.
if you want. I don't know.
Love you. Peace.
Jordan Grace's arms are massive. Speaking of TNA and people going WWE, how fucking stupid is it that Joe Hendry lost to Dolph?
And the Hardys are the tag team champions.
I did see that.
Yeah, I did.
Should the women's War Games match be the woman of NXT?
Yes. I saw someone tweet that out.